Welcome back to another Gaming Memories video. Here we're actually taking a look at Formula 1 Arcade that was actually released on the PS1 way back in the early 2000s. This was actually one of the later games that was on the latter end of the PlayStation's life cycle. And primarily it's an arcade based version of the licensed Formula 1 racing season from that time frame. You also had access to a lot of the licensed drivers from that time period as well, like Michael Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen, Fernando Alonso and Rubens Barrichello, to name but a few. And it was actually a pretty decent game. Now it is fairly simplistic compared to other Formula 1 games if you played them beforehand, like the original titles Formula 1 and Formula 1 97. It utilises the same style of racing from the actual games before it, and it has similar style graphics, but in this case not only are you racing but you also have access to the likes of power-ups. If you've ever played like racing games likes of Crash Team Racing, or even games on other consoles like Super Mario Kart and so forth, you can kind of get the idea if you have played those type of games. So you use those power-ups as a means to try and give you an advantage, like to have shields or to have like speed boosts to try and get you ahead of the pack, to give you more grip. Like you can see here, the tyres are a lot bigger so you have more grip. Or you have like autopilot, similar even to the likes of Wipeout. If you've played the Wipeout games like Wipeout 2097, they have a lot of similar style characteristics to it as well. And it's a unique game. Like it's actually fun to play. I played it for a little while and I actually do like the graphics in it. The graphics are actually very good, and they do relate to the style of Formula 1 back at that time, because the cars, it is very authentic looking, I have to admit. And graphically, compared to like other Formula 1 racers on the PlayStation, especially towards the PlayStation's life cycle, the graphics are actually very good. And as you can see here now, I'm racing in Monaco, so I just wanted to kind of race on this type of track for doing this video. Like you do have access to a load of other tracks within the Formula 1 season. Like you can race in Italy, you can race in Brazil, there's Silverstone in the UK, and there's all the major tracks that are within the Formula 1 calendar, all that you can access within the game from the very start. You can also play this multiplayer, so you can play it split screen as well, which is kind of fun if you have a couple of mates around. But from my time of actually playing this, I will admit the handling physics in the game wouldn't be as good as other similar style racing games. I find that even to get around the corner you really have to nearly stop the car dead just to get the car around. But when you get going, when you get moving, the car it's actually very fast, and the gameplay is very fluid, and it actually does work really well. But I do, like I said, I do like the graphics in it. The graphics are great. Like they're nice, they're vibrant, they look really well, and they do actually stand out. So they do. So it was actually quite fun to play this. I will admit, from playing it though, because I just played a few single races on it, I didn't go into like playing championship or anything. But the races are tough. That's the one thing I will say, is the handling is actually difficult to some degree. You do have like a steering assist. The only downside I find with that is when you have the steering assist on, you can't really pick up any of the power-ups on the track. It tends to steer you away from them and avoid them. So when you're driving down, especially straight part of the track, and you're trying to get one of those power-ups, it actually takes you out of the way of it. It actually moves you away from it so that you can't pick it up. So you have to knock the steering assist off so that you can be able to pick it up, so that you can actually use it. So that can be a bit of a pain. But if you're anyway of a decent driver, unlike myself here, you won't have to worry about that. So yeah, because my driving is not the best in this game here. As you can see, I crash an awful lot. But the handling, like I said, it is a difficult game to master in terms of the handling physics. Like it does play really well, but just when you're going around like really sharp corners where you have to really slow down, it's very hard to navigate around them without always clipping a wall or just ploughing into something. So you do have to really just watch what you're doing. But all in all, it's an enjoyable experience, and I had a good laugh when I actually was playing it. And again, like, I do like the graphical style. I really enjoyed the graphics, and I thought they were very good. So if you're into these style of games and want a bit of a twist on it, I would highly recommend that you actually give it a go. So what are your thoughts on Formula 1 Arcade? Did you play it back in the day, and if so, did you enjoy it? Make sure to share your thoughts down in the comments below. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content. And also feel free to share the video. And as always, make sure to keep playing those classic games and enjoying them. And make sure to keep those gaming memories alive.